Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. As you can see, we're back in the woods today, back at camp. And today's Cast Iron Wednesday. It's the last day of the month, and the topic was chili, I believe. So today we're gonna make some chili. I got the Dutch oven back here. We're gonna use our fire pit you've seen in my last video. And I'll spin you around and I'll show you our ingredients we're getting ready to use. We're gonna start making our fire here in just a minute. All right, here we are. So I have some deer meat here, deer burger, that it's from a deer I harvested this year and processed, and I just bought a bunch of them bags off of Amazon. And so we got about a pound of burger there, a couple onions, some chili bean kidney beans, regular chili beans, some diced tomatoes, and right here is a little jar of diced green chilies. And this is a chili starter I made. It's okay, it throws some flavor in. It's got some beans in it. And then this here is a tomato, peppers, and garlic juice I made. And here we had some spicy peppers we dehydrated and ground up. Then I got some chipotle red peppers, salt, pepper, garlic. That's my three go-to, of course, salt, pepper, and garlic. And we're getting ready to get the fire going. We'll get our meat cooked with the onions and start adding everything. And I'll bring you guys back here in just a second. And of course, we got our Dutch oven. All right, I'll spool a little bit of smaller stuff. It's not as cold out here today. It's in the 40s. It's damp, of course, chilly, but it's not as bad as it was. So I'm just going to split a little bit of this and get some branches built up, get our fire going, and then we're going to take care of that. So we got our fire going. I put us a little wood around the ring because everything's just still so wet out here. Let it dry out a little bit. And got our Dutch oven up here warming up. She's getting close. And all I'm gonna do is I've already chopped our onion up over there. I figured you didn't need to see that really. I'm gonna add the burger, the deer burger, brown it, put our onion in. Ooh, that's smoke. And start to add stuff after meat and onions are cooked up some. Throw our spices in and get everything going. So I'm gonna let this heat up a little bit more, and I'll bring you back here in a sec, and we'll get to cooking. And you can tell I had to put my toboggan on. It's a little chillier out here than I thought. It's a long john day for sure. I ain't out here in just blue jeans. It's still pretty chilly out, so. All right. I thought my camera was rolling, but it wasn't, so here we are back. I've already put our burger in there, and I browned it, threw the onion in, and then I put some of those chipotle chili peppers in it, and the peppers that out of my garden, which is, they're habanero, serrano, jalapeno. And what I did was just threw a little bit of that in there, not much. I didn't want it real spicy because I'm still going to add some green chilies to it. And salt, pepper, garlic powder. Put all that in. And it's browning up real nice right now. So I'm going to go ahead and start adding our other stuff. All right, so I've got a little bit of our chili beans here, and I'm gonna have to grab me a spoon, I think. There we go. Well, that came right on now. So I'm gonna save that. I'm gonna put a little bit of water in it, kind of get all the flavoring out. And here's just a can of diced tomatoes. Oh, that smoke is killer. And then I have these red kidney beans, chili kidney beans. Put them in. And then here's our green chilies. Put those in. My nose is running today. So what I'm going to do now is just kind of give that a little mix up here before I add our juice. Ava, does that smell good? Okay, so we gave that a little quick mix up. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to add this jar of this chili base I made, and what's in this is some ancho chili peppers that I ground up, and then it has pinto beans in it. As you can see here, it's pretty thick. Oh man, I'm trying to stay out of the way so you can see, but at the same time, I'm trying to stay out of the smoke. So there we have our chili base, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to add this juice now that I can, and it's just tomatoes, peppers, and garlic. And I'm going to add that. It's going to be a full pot. And I'm just going to bring it or warm it up a little. I don't want this going real hot. I mean, I know you see my fire, but I can swing this over. And I'm going to do that here in a sec. So I'm just going to give that a good mix up. And I'm not going to put this lid back on this. I'm just going to let that simmer, get nice and warm, and start to simmer up. And I don't need to add anything else right now, but whenever I do go to add a little more water, I'll rinse those cans out of there. Get all that flavor. All right, so that part's done for now. And like I said, we're gonna have a full pot. I expected that. I should have grabbed my bigger Dutch oven, but I did not do that. All right, we'll come back here in a minute. All right, we're back, and she's getting me all muddy. While we're sitting here waiting for this chili for a couple hours, I brought me back some those. Oh, let me grab them. I think they're Johnsonville cheddar brats. Is what they are. Something that was on sale, and I pulled them out of the freezer. And I got me some sticks back here. Here in a minute, I'm gonna put one of them on a stick and roast it over the fire while this is doing its thing, because it's gonna take a few hours, and I'm hungry the way it is. So I'm gonna do that, and we're just gonna kind of hang out back here for a little while. I think I'm gonna go grab Eve also and bring them both back here and let them run around. It's a good day out, and we're gonna be back here for a few hours. So whenever that starts to simmer, I'll show you that. But with your chili, I don't bring it to a heavy boil. And the good thing about this Dutch oven and stuff here is on this grate, I'd like to have a better setup eventually, but to put over my fire. But this is working just fine, and it's so easy. But with chili, I just let it simmer and just go for hours. I mean, you can cook chili for 6, 7, 8 hours. The longer it sets, and I know most people, you make a pot of chili or soup, and then the next day you get it out of the fridge and heat you a bowl or two up, and it's always better. everything just sits and gets all that flavoring. That's what I'm going for right now. And our fire's feeling real nice out here today because it's damp and just cold. I know I keep saying that, but the longer you're out here, that wetness just really soaks into you a little bit. So we're just gonna hang out, and I've noticed some people do slingshot Sundays, and I've got a couple slingshots and a bunch of older clay balls, and I haven't shot my slingshot for a long time. And since we're going to be out here for a while, I think I've got a few cans hung up that I've had hanging, and I think what I'm going to do is get it out and do some target shooting. If you're lucky, you may see that, and hopefully I can hit a few cans with it and get good enough to I can get in on some slingshot Sundays. So I'm just gonna sit here and try to stay warm, and I'll probably go get Eve here in a minute. My house is a short walk away. I know she'd like to be out here, and I'm gonna let this come to a simmer first, and I'll probably add a few more sticks of wood. We're just gonna hang out. It's a good day to have a fire and just hang out. Nice fresh air. All right, I got both girls out here with us now, and what I'm gonna do, our chili's not bubbling yet, but it's getting ready to start to. I just kind of pushed it over. I don't want this to get real hot, or not. I don't want it to boil, I should say. I just want to do a nice light simmer on it. And Eve, look out. Ava, go on, you two. Stay away from that. They're about to knock the camera tripod over, sniffing around it. There ain't no food there. All right, I'm gonna scoop up my coals a little and start another little bit of a fire next to that. Some nice coals there. So we're gonna do that. I'm just gonna put that piece right there and let that start to cook down, or not cook down, burn down. We're gonna have to split a little bit more wood probably. I'm just gonna do that for now. Yeah, that'll work better. I don't really want that fire to build up too big around this. So that'll be perfect right there. And what we'll do is we'll let that cook up. That way I can move some coals around and everything. It don't need to be super duper hot. I know that fire definitely feels good out here right now. So we're gonna get ready. We're getting ready to cook up some brats here in just a second, because that chili's smelling so good, it's making me hungry. What are y'all doing? I messed up. I cut up one of these brats and gave them a piece. Now they're on the hunt. I'm gonna sit here and roast me one and just kind of hang out, let them run around back here for a while. I'm definitely getting hungry. All right, we're almost done with our cheddar brat. And I don't have any buns, so I grew up as a kid. We didn't use hot dog buns, hamburger buns. All we used was bread, so that's what we're doing today. And I like mine a little done, a little burnt, but I'm hungry, and I think that's as good as I'm gonna cook that thing right there. And I'm just gonna slap her on and eat. I may even do a quick dunk in our chili, just like that. Oh, that's gonna be good. That's gonna be good. Oh yeah. I don't know if you can hear, we got some geese flying over right now. I'm gonna give this chili a little mix up. Just added some more wood, and I dipped that cheddar brat in here with the bread. And it's definitely got a good taste to it already. All the spices and stuff haven't set in yet, so we need to let it go a little longer. And I may have to add some more stuff to it, but as of right now, we're right on track, ain't we, girls? I'm gonna get them a little piece of cheddar brat. I cut one up for them. Come here, babies. Sit. Oh, you gotta get down. Come here, sit. Good girl. Good girls. So, we're gonna sit here and just hang out like I've been doing, and definitely feels better now that this fire's going. My feet get cold, I just put them underneath of it, and it warms it up real nice. Good thing about these fire pits like this is I bought this at Sam's Club probably 10 years ago, and it has been a daggone good fire pit. You can get one of these, and if you don't live out in the country like I do, you can get one and put it in your backyard as long as you can have a fire. But it's got all those cooking grates and hooks and everything, and I'm pretty sure it came with longer poles for it, but I don't know where my other one is. I need to make some. But it's nice to have this back here because I can put it under my tarp and cook on it if it's raining. And that's really why I brought it back here. And once that steel gets nice and hot, it definitely puts off some heat. But yeah, if you live in town and you want to do some Dutch oven cooking or just campfire cooking, build you one or get you a little fire pit. And I know I paid a little more than what I wanted to for this, but you know, you pay for what you get, and that's the way I look at it. Some things you just don't want to skimp on, and I know they make a lot of cheaper fire pits that's thinner and they burn out pretty quick, but this thing here, it's a good size thick steel, and it's, like I said, it's been a real good one for me. That you could get something like this and do your own stuff in your backyard. And I love cooking on a fire. Cast iron, even in my house, I cook with daggone almost nothing but cast iron in the house. And it's been that way for years. They'll last you a lifetime. Heck, I've got skillets that was my stepfather's before he passed away, my grandma's. I have a lot of cast iron. I have a set in my barn or shop that I've never even touched before, and it's a complete set from a 4-inch all the way up to 10-inch, 12-inch, and I think there's 5 or 6 of them. And I have a lot at the house. I love my cast iron. We're just gonna keep on keeping back here. They're over there waiting patiently. They want some more of them cheddar brats. Well, we've got our chili she's starting to simmer finally. It took a little bit, but it's starting to bubble. And it's definitely smelling good out here. I'm pretty excited. My mouth keeps watering every time I get a good whiff of it. It's been about an hour, and we're just simmering just a little bit. Like I said, I'm not trying to bring this to a boil, and I'm just gonna keep mixing it here and there and scraping around the edges to get all that seasoning and flavoring off of there. Just keep giving her a little mix up as we go. We got us a nice fire going, that's for sure. We definitely need it. That wind's picking up out here. Oh, So we're just gonna hang out around the fire. Try to stay warm, ain't we? Yeah. I appreciate you guys tuning in. If you're watching this, my other videos. Come here. Well, it's been about, I don't know, almost 2 hours. And she's been simmering really good for a while. And I just keep adding a little bit of wood and just keeping it mixed up from the bottom. It thickens up, you know. And I just keep giving her a little mix and add a little water here and there. And what I'll do is, here in about 30 minutes, I'm gonna quit adding water to it altogether, and then I'm just gonna let it start to kind of thicken up a little more. I don't like mine real runny. I know a lot of people put noodles in their chili, and I've not ever really been a big fan of noodles in chili. To me, it just needs meat, beans, onions, chilies, and that's it. And tomato juice, of course, and tomatoes. But I've just not ever really liked the noodles. I've tried it so many times, and I just can't get used to it. So what I'll do is, I meant to bring some crackers back, but I forgot, and I don't feel like walking back over to the house. So I'm gonna eat some bread with it probably. But again, it's gonna be about another hour probably before I'm ready to eat. I give it 3 hours of cooking, and that'll be plenty. We got some nice fire going. We're getting warmer, ain't we, girls? Yeah. So we're just hanging out. We're just hanging out. My babies. Oh God, goodness gracious. So here we are back. I'm not sure how long it's been now. I just gave her another little taste. I added some salt to it. I'm gonna take some of these spicy peppers that I had out in my garden and ground up. I'm gonna add a little bit more to it. It's got a good spice, but I'm gonna add some more. I want it more spicy. It's cold, and it'll help warm you up. And I like spicy, and I figured now would be a good time to add it because I want them to really cook in and get that flavor out of them. I just keep scraping around this edge and scraping the bottom with this spoon. That way nothing sticks, and it cakes up a little bit down there, and that's what you want. That way it kind of gets them flavors really boosting. And I got my mom's dog out here too, Gus. He's a good old boy. So we got all three girls, or both girls and old Gus out here. They just had a piece of a cheddar dog. So there we have that. I'm gonna let that keep just going the way it is, and we're getting there. We're about probably 30-45 minutes out, and then we're gonna be ready to eat. All right, it's almost been 3 hours. So as you can see, that simmer, that's all I've let that do. I did not want to do any more than that. And every little while I'll come over and just rake this bottom. You can see how thick that gets, and you want that to sit up on the bottom. And what that does is just cooking all them flavors in. And where I put them spicy peppers in earlier, it's really tasting good now. So I'm gonna give this a quick mix and let it simmer about another 15 minutes, probably 20 minutes. And then I'm gonna go ahead and make me a bowl of it up and sit back here and eat. We got our fire cooking down, and it's really doing good right now. So yeah, that's all I've let that do, is just a slow simmer, and it's really doing good. All right, as you can see, well, I don't know if you can see, it's been cooking about 3.5 hours, and I'm gonna go ahead and get me a bowl. I got me a couple slices of bread here, and I just tasted this again. Man, it's got a good little smoky flavor to it and everything. I can't wait here. So I'm just gonna use this spoon to just kind of scrape it real good off the bottom and give it a good mix up. And what I'm gonna do is, I guess I'll set my bread down right here. I got another spoon here, and I'm gonna I'll get me some in a bowl, and I'll bring it over to the camera and show you here. See if my can will, that'll work. All right, see if I can give you a peek at this here. So there we have our chili, our deer chili with deer meat. What all did I put in this? Beans, tomatoes, chilies, hot peppers, tomato juice that canned out of our garden, and I made a chili starter. Had all sorts of chili peppers and serrano peppers, and so there we have that. I'm gonna sit down and eat. Again, I hate eating in front of everybody, but I'm sure you understand. I'm just gonna sit here and give this bread a couple nice little dunks. Oh yeah, that's pretty good. Yep, perfect spice. I need an extra hand. Stay away from my bread, Ava. Nope. So I'm gonna sit back here and eat. I'm gonna let that cool a second. Happy Cast Iron Wednesday, everybody. I'm gonna pull a glove out of my pocket and put that bowl there. You stay away from my bread. I'm gonna hang out back here for a little bit. I'm gonna simmer that chili just a little bit longer, and I'm gonna let this fire burn down some more. It's pretty much got a nice little bed of coals, but I'm gonna sit back here. It's getting dark. It's late in the day, which most of our videos that we do is probably gonna be late in the days, except on certain occasions. But we're gonna sit back here and eat some of this. Man, that's hot. Whew. It's good though. And again, if you don't like deer meat, you can use just regular hamburger. I tell you what, the past couple of deer I've got the past year or two, they have been real good. They were a couple years old, and they were does, and they have no gamey flavor to them whatsoever. And I've been really happy with the flavor of them. And I know a lot of people that are subscribed to me. Well, not a lot. I don't have a lot of subscribers, but some of you live in Canada, and there's a guy I'm subscribed to, and he's subscribed to me, and he's a really nice guy. his channel's name's Tucker and I. And it's him and his dog, and he did a video. If you're not subscribed to him, go check him out. He did a video of moose burgers on the fire, and he's in Canada. Boy, they look real good, and I'm sure some moose would be good in this chili instead of deer. But he's out there, and he does some really good videos, and it's beautiful out there. But you could do moose, elk, you know, pork, whatever you want to put in it. I just happen to have deer meat, and it's definitely good. But if you guys like this video, I know it's going to be a little bit longer than normal, but you know, it takes a long time to do this, and we're outside, so I figured to heck with it. But if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to me if you want, and share my video. I hope you guys have had a good Wednesday. This really made my day complete. I wish I had some crackers, but that bread's still pretty good with it. So I'm gonna sit back here and eat a bowl or two, and we're gonna pack up and take it in the house. It's getting dark on us pretty quick, and the temperature's dropping a little, but I'll see you guys next time, and hopefully we keep continuing these videos. I'm having fun talking to you guys and meeting y'all, and with that, have a good week, and I'll see you again.